Good morning, students. A warm welcome to Sri Ramanuja Vidya Mandir. We are back to our English class of communication skills, and today we are getting along with the language building. The topic is idioms. And in today's idioms, we have the idioms connected to nature. So let us go and have a look into what we have in this idioms. Under the weather. Nature. Weather, a hot climate or a cool climate or a rainy climate. So we'll see what this says. Under the weather. Can you be under the weather literally? Probably yes. If you think about standing under the clouds, rain and sun, but it makes no sense. So when I say under the weather, can you be under the weather? Probably yes. When you're standing under the sun, under the clouds, in the rain. So this means you are in the weather or under the weather. But here the idiom doesn't say that, students. Here under the weather refer to if you're feeling under the weather, you're not your usual self and could be feeling a little sick. So what does that say? Under the weather means that you are not yourself and you're feeling a little sick. I'm under the weather. That means I'm not as usual. Usually, as my routine, I'm okay, I'm active, energetic. But today, I feel maybe physically ill-healthy or mentally ill-healthy. I'm feeling sick. Sick in sense, I'm lacking energy probably, or I'm not in a mood to do anything. So that is under the weather, students. So whenever you come across this idiom, under the weather, I think is under the weather. Or you can also utilize this idiom saying, nowadays I feel under the weather. I don't know why I notice my sisters always under the weather. Means they are not as normal as they are. The sick feeling is nothing serious. Perhaps it's just extreme tiredness from studying too much or having a bad headache because you're starting to get the flu. So can you see here? So this is under the weather is not something very serious or not something a big disease, but a bit ill healthy. It's just because of your extreme tiredness or you've been studying too much and you got exhausted. Or probably you're having a headache before the flu. Anything which has changed your health, changed your mood, can be told as under the weather. What's wrong with Ketty, Mom? She's feeling a little under the weather, so be quiet and let her rest. So what's wrong with her today, nowadays? She's feeling very tired, or you can use an idiom saying she's feeling under the weather nowadays. So let us be quiet and let her take rest. So this shows that under the weather is when you are not your normal and you're a bit sick. A storm is brewing. That means something troublesome is yet to happen. There will be trouble or emotion upset in the near future. The storm is brewing. Black clouds are forming and coming toward us. That means something trouble is approaching you. Trouble approaching. When the trouble is approaching you, or when emotionally you're upset in the near future, then it is told to be the storm is brewing. She decided to go ahead with their wedding even though all they've been doing lately is arguing. I can sense a storm is brewing. Now the two people are getting married without the parents' acceptance. That's the meaning here. She decided to go ahead with their wedding. So some two people are wanted to get married and she has decided to help them. She has decided to get them married. So she decided to go ahead with their wedding even though all they've been doing lately is arguing. So, you don't see a smooth flow there. You feel that no matter how much they are struggling to get married, still, because of the arguments and all, you expect a storm brewing. That means a trouble is approaching. When a storm is approaching, that means storm is brewing, that means a trouble is approaching. Very soon you're going to fall in trouble. So I can sense there will soon fall in trouble. That means they will very soon fall in trouble. So this is the meaning of storm is brewing. The next one, students, calm before the storm. The storm is brewing is a trouble is approaching. Calm before the storm is an unusually quiet period before a period of upheaval. That means problems or cause. Suddenly one day you will approach your house, you feel very because mommy is quietly doing her work in the kitchen. All the TV set, no sounds anywhere in the house. Your father is very stern, sitting with his newspaper. Your brother is very quietly at his book. He just gives you a stare and digs his head into the book. Now that is not the climate what you generally have in the house. By the time you go home, there'll be a lot of noise, fun, enjoyment. But that day there was pin drop silence. And you wonder why. What is the strange atmosphere? Remember, this is excuse me, calm before the storm. That means before something trouble could happen, you see that everything is very uneasily or unusually strange. Excuse me, students. An unusually quiet period before a period of upheaval. The strange quietness in town made her feel peaceful. Little did she know it was just the calm before the storm. So I suppose you understand. The strange quietness in the storm, in the town, made her feel peaceful. Excuse me. Suddenly there is a quietness in the town. And she thought, thank God, it's very peaceful now. There is no noise, nothing. I'm so happy, it's so peaceful. But she didn't know that that peacefulness or that calmness is actually before the storm. That means something strong, hard is going to happen. Weather a storm. Under the weather is different, students, and weather the storm is different. Weather the storm. To survive a dangerous event or effectively deal with a difficult situation. Weather the storm, that means you're facing the storm. The other word what you can use is face the storm. Weather the storm or face the storm. What is face the storm? That means you are able to face any difficult situation, to survive a dangerous event or effectively deal with a difficult situation. Last year they had some financial difficulties when her husband was fired. Fired means pulled out of the job. when the husband was pulled out of the job, students, they had some financial difficulties. They've gone down economically. Together they weathered the storm and figured out how to keep going together, even in spite of her husband losing the job and they're facing some economical troubles in the house. Yet they all came together and they faced the difficulties. Weathered the storm, that means they have faced the difficulties. So what is weather the storm, students? Weather the storm is they were able to stand the situation and they were able to together face the difficulties and withstand the difficulties. Face the difficulties or to withstand the difficulties. So last year they had some financial difficulties when her husband was fired. Together they weathered the storm and figured out how to keep going. Figured out. So these are all adverbial words, or you can say they are phrasal verbs. So they figured out, they managed, they calculated to keep going, to move ahead, to proceed. Make waves. What is make waves? To cause trouble, to change things in a dramatic way. Now when you see the picture, students, you can understand how dangerous this event is. You can see these people skiing in the waves. They go moving along with the waves, take the curve and slide down. But this is a very dangerous game. So when you come across an idiom, say make waves is you are skiing in the water and you are trying to make waves, to cause trouble or to change things in a dramatic way. The thing is to cause trouble. To cause trouble. She likes to make waves with her creative marketing campaigns. They get a lot of attention from customers. So don't think it is a negative word. Make waves is she brings change, which could be something fascinating and attractive. So make waves. Make waves is she brings the changes. She likes make waves. She likes makes waves means she likes doing things in a different, innovative way, or something which is more complicated and not normal and usual, something which is very unusual and complicated. And complicated. When you are trying to do something which is unusual and complicated, of course you are going to attract a lot of customers' attention, because that's something very unusual, it's something very different from the other people. So you feel, so see, to cause trouble, to change things in a dramatic way is, that is, you are trying to do something which is not common in the society and you try to put your creative effects in a very complicated way. She likes to make waves with her creative marketing campaigns. They get a lot of attention from customers. The next one is go with flow. When the water is flowing towards a side, when you are swimming along with the water, it is easy because half your pressure is the water. It pushes you along. So you don't need to make abundant efforts while swimming in the water, because the water is going to push you along. But when you are swimming across the water, ahead the water. The water's pressure is flowing and you are swimming the opposite side. That is difficult to do. But when you say go with the flow, that means you are along with the other people. Whatever the other people say, you accept it. It's easy. But when you raise your voice against the people around you, you are highlighted and the troubles aheads you. So we'll see what it is, students, to relax and go along with whatever happening. You like or you don't like, everybody accepts, fine, I'm accepting it. I'm going along with the other things. So this is called to flow. Go with the flow. So quite often in life, good things happen when you don't make plans. Just go with the flow and see what happens. So don't strain yourself. Go with the flow. Go with the flow means sometimes you may not like it, but when it is accepted by the society, when the people in the society is, accepting to it, you just have to go with it. So that is called go with the flow, students. So I repeat, quite often in life, good things happen when you don't make plans. Just go with the flow and see what happens. Always going with the flow is not a good idea. You need to make changes or make waves. So you can also use a beautiful sentence saying, always going with the flow may not be a good idea. But to make waves can bring a difference in your life. I repeat, students, I've used two idioms here. You can see them. Going with the flow means whatever people are doing, you are accepting it and you're going along the flow. So always going with the flow may not be a good idea, but to make waves means to bring a change, to do something new, can bring a difference in your life. So you can see, students, go with the flow is just to accept what is happening. Lost at sea. When you hear this, you are mostly accepted to this. See, when anybody is in trouble, when anybody is upset, or when anybody is sad especially, you go and sit on a seashore, right? Agree? When your mood is off, when you're in trouble, when you want to be in isolation, when you are in an off mood or a sad mood, then you choose the seashore. So let us see, lost at sea. To be confused about something or to feel unsure about what you do. So when you are confused and when you are unsure of what you're doing, you will be at the sea. Mostly you will see in a very sad situation or in a very confused situation, in a off mode, you will be pleasant, happy to be sitting at the shore. Somehow the sea will soothe you. So that is called lost at sea. I'm lost at sea with this new system at work. I just can't understand it. So what is the meaning of lost at sea is when you are confused or when you are in a bad mood, you are loving to be isolated, or you are loving to be, or you are trying to be out of your confusion. So I'm lost at sea with this new system at work. I'm lost at sea. That means I'm not in a capacity to mingle with others, to be happy, to be excited. I'm not able to do all these things. I'm lost at sea. With this new system at work, I just can't understand it. I'm not able to understand it. I'm not able to do it. I'm not able to be with it. I'm not able to be active. I'm confused. So, the meaning is sail close to the wind. Sail close. So, you can see all the idioms connected to the nature, students. To act just within the limits of what's legal or socially acceptable, to push boundaries. Sail close to wind. Now, when you open the sails and when the wind is blowing from the direction, you can see the winds blowing from the direction, your boat automatically pushes according to the winds. So it's same. Go with the flow. Sail to the wind. Both are same. So go with the flow and sail close to the wind has the same meaning. Now, as the wind is pushing, automatically in the direction of the wind only, the boat or the ship is moving. So this is called sail close to the wind. That means to act just within the limits of what's legal or socially acceptable. Means whatever is accepted according to your environment, to the society, you accept it. You're not against it. You're not opposing it. So that is going with the flow or sailing with the wind. Sailing close to the wind. So it is told here to act just within the limits of what legal. So you are not going against it. Whatever is socially accepted or legally accepted, you are moving towards it. To push boundaries. You are in your limits. You are in your limits. And whatever is accepted in the society, you are doing. Sometimes you feel the society is wrong. Sometimes you feel the people around you is wrong. And you feel like raising your voice and you wanted to halt the things around you. But you need a lot of guts for it. To do it. Because opposing the entire society and withstanding is something very, very difficult. Okay, to make a wave is very difficult. So, you will just go off. How many of us, many of us know the things around us is wrong. But who has daring to change the things? Nobody. So you just go with the waves. So they fired their accountant because he sailed too close to the wind. They fired to act just within the limits of what's legal or socially acceptable, to push to the boundaries. Now, when you are in a job in nowadays, you can see students, you are living in a hypocritic world and you have to be a little malice, or else the society would not accept you. So they fired their accountant because he sailed too close to the wind. Means he is very close to the boundaries of law and society. Make a mountain out of a molehill. Of course, the basic of any mountain, a huge mountain, basic of any huge mountain is first a molehill. Can you see this? So, The ants digs, make the soil loosen, the nature, you know, um, hardens it, concretes it, and then slowly, dust depositing on it. One fine day, it becomes or it builds up into a huge mountain. To exaggerate the severity, to exaggerate the severity of a situation, she shouted at him angrily for being 5 minutes late, but it really didn't matter that much. She really made a mountain out of a mole. That means something like hyperbole. What is hyperbole, students? When you are exaggerating something, making something look big. Okay? To make something look very big is called made. A mountain out of a molehill. So, when you exaggerate, when you make something big, the severity of a situation is very small, but you unnecessarily make it big, appear it to be big. So, this is called make a mountain out of molehill. So, the example is she shouted at him angrily for being 5 minutes late, but it really didn't matter that much. Unnecessarily, just because he was 5 minutes late, she has made a big issue on it, which is not actually required. So you say she made a mountain out of a molehill. Gain ground. What is gain ground? To become popular, to make progress, to advance. When you try to become popular, right? You are in a very small position, then you slowly sprouted out your leaves, and now you grow your height. So, what is gain ground? To grow up. Which in sense mean to grow up means to become popular. Okay, so it means to become popular. To become popular, to make progress, to advance, to proceed, to advance, or to benefit. As urban gains ground in many cities all over the world, many local complain that they can no longer find a place to live. As Airbnb gains ground in many cities all over the world. Okay, this is a huge big company. Gains ground in many cities all over the world. Many locals complain, or local people complain, that they can no longer find a place to live. Landlords would rather rent their places out to tourists and earn more money. So, what is happening is these Airbnbs, they are occupying the lands and they are making a tourism spots, and they were trying to make the land of no more a residential area but only a tourism area. So, as Airbnb gains ground in many cities all over the world, many locals complain that they can no longer find a place to live. Landlords would rather rent their place out to tourists to earn more money. The landlords, what are they doing? They are not giving the buildings for rents to the normal people to live, but they are, because they are fond of more rents and more money, they are giving it rent for the Airbnb. So this shows that these what is it, gains ground. That means they are becoming popular, they are becoming more advantageous, and so it is difficult for the normal people to have buildings. So Airbnb gains ground. That means nowadays these things are becoming popular and normal people are unfortunately not able to live. Anyway, we have some more idioms following. We'll have them continued for the next class students. Thank you. That's all for this day. Have a nice time.